Hi there, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial about selecting the correct vocabulary file within TouchChat with WordPower. Sometimes we have students and other people accidentally go in and switch the vocabulary file to something different. If that happens, you can go back in and search for your student's vocabulary file, or you can create a new one. Most of the students that we begin AAC with start with this file right here called WordPower 60 Basic. This is a really nice vocabulary set because it provides a robust vocabulary for our students to use. That means a lot of words will be in this file with the ability to say lots of different things. So let me show you where those are located. Now at the top you'll see an orange toolbar. On the left it says Vocab, on the right it says Menu. If you tap the Vocab file, you'll see a list of all of my vocabularies. So I'm going to scroll down here where it says Ryan K, that's me. I'm going to select one, and this will be my new vocab file. If I want to edit this, I can go into the menu and I can go right into the editing feature by hitting Edit Page. I'm not planning on doing that today, but I wanted to show you that's where it is. Now, if you don't see your student's name listed, that's probably because they were using a default vocabulary file that has not been edited yet. So if you want to copy a vocabulary file and get started on editing, you can go to the Vocab button, choose New Vocab, and then you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom where it says English, and you'll see a list of all of the vocabulary files. Now the one we're looking for is called WordPower. There it is at the bottom. So WordPower 60 is our default beginner starting vocab file, so that's what we're going to select. And the one we're looking for is WordPower 60 Basic SS. Now if you have an updated version of the app, when you touch this, it will ask you if you'd like to just open it and start using it, or if you'd like to copy it and customize it for your student. So in this case, we're going to customize it and make a copy. That way we can make changes and edit within the app. So watch this. All right, so at the top, the new title is WordPower 60 Basic Copy. I'm going to clear that, and I'm going to name it something new. I'm going to name it Ryan 2024. Actually, you know what I usually do is I put today's date. And I think today I'm going to say is 10/8/2024. I like to do that because that lets me know when that file was created. Sometimes we'll have about 4 or 5 different files for the same person, and this will at least let me know which one was the most recent. So I'm going to hit save. Once I hit save, it opens right back up into that file, and now I can go in and do some edits if I wanted to. I also want to show you a couple ways to hide that option. Sometimes people get in and make changes on accident, or sometimes on purpose. We don't always want to change a person's vocabulary file without talking to the rest of the IEP team and family. So I'm going to show you really quick how to hide that. The best way to do it, in my opinion, is to go into the iPad settings and take that option off. So here's how you do it. Back to your regular iPad screen, hit Settings. And in the settings feature, you will see a list of apps. Actually, it's here because I was already there practicing. On the left-hand side, if you have iOS 18, you'd scroll all the way to the bottom where it says Apps, and that will give you a list. If you're not in iOS 18, you'll just see all of those apps listed on the left side here. You're going to scroll down until you see the one that says TouchChat. All right, TouchChat HWP, we're going to select that. That's TouchChat HD WordPower with WordPower. If I touch that, that gives me my options. Way at the bottom, one of the options says Allow Editing. If I turn that off, that menu bar will be blank now. Okay, so that's where you turn it off. And now let me show you what it looks like in the app. There you go. So now you have no option to edit or switch vocabulary files. That's the best way to make that disappear, but I'll show you another way. Okay, so if you want to make that come back, you have to go back into the iPad settings. You have to go back to your apps and look for TouchChat. Select TouchChat, and at the bottom, now we're going to allow editing. I'm going to turn that back on. I'll go back to TouchChat, and that menu reappears. So you see vocab on the left, menu on the right. Now, there's another way to do it so you don't have to go into the settings, and that is to password protect that. If you want to do this, you're certainly welcome to. Sometimes it's annoying because every time you hit one of those two buttons, it prompts you for a password. So watch how we do that. Menu, settings, and then about halfway down it says editing. Use menu passcode. So I'm going to create a passcode that's very memorable. I usually use the same one that I use for guided access. And then I turn this on. Okay, so now when I go back to the app after I hit done, those two items still appear, vocab and menu. But if I want to edit, or if I accidentally hit vocab, a password screen appears. So the only way I can get into those two menu items is if I know the password, which is pretty handy if you want to do it right away, but it is annoying if you're making a lot of changes at once. So if you're making a lot of changes, I would suggest turning that off and going into the settings like I showed you the first time. So if I type in my password, that will open up that button, and then I can go in here and I can find Ryan K 2024 somewhere in there. 25, oh right there, 10/8/2024. And there you have it. That's how you go into the vocab and the menu buttons. I also showed you how you can hide those or how you can password protect them. I hope that helps.